Hello, welcome to Then What Happened. Life is so full of things that are hard to understand. Now we can analyze and think about science, history, math, literature, art, so many academic things that we can study and that we can put our mind to, and we can reason them. But there are certain things, and for certain of us, some people, there are things that we just don't like to deal with. Einstein admitted that he was not the best at math. In fact, that's where he had his lowest scores, and he looked at math as sort of a waste of time, that he would spend a lifetime on it and not be able to do his passion, which was physics. And so he made some very terrible scores, and one of his teachers even said he was a fool because of the way he functioned in math. Now it's hard for us to think about Albert Einstein not being good at something academically, but actually he was at the very bottom several times in his class. But in his thinking of certain things, the thing that he was passionate about, he excelled tremendously. In other areas of his life, he excelled in his relationships with some people. But with other people, he really did not do well with relationships. So it's all a matter of our perspective as we go through life, as we learn from one another, as we face things that we are involved in. Historically speaking, every human, even those with great knowledge or wisdom, have struggled in some area. King Solomon was said to have been the wisest man that ever lived. That people came from everywhere. Even the Queen of Sheba came to see Solomon because he was known for his wisdom. He was able to figure out what was going on with certain people in certain situations, but King Solomon struggled in a lot of areas. In fact, he wrote about how he struggled because it seemed like vanity and life was meaningless at times, and that no matter how you worked, whether you were rich or poor, life was just a tragedy. And he wrote some things that are very disheartening, that make you feel like he was struggling tremendously. And how would the wisest man that ever lived be in that situation? Well, if you struggle, if you're not perfect at everything, if there are things that you just have trouble dealing with, whether it's academics, sports, talents of some kind, skills, or even the jobs that you are trying to do, the things you're trying to be successful in. If you have some areas that you really struggle in, it's okay. Go ahead and be okay with being human, because we all are. And sometimes our humanness is so in our face that we can't even realize the depth of what it means to make it through this life. We look at success and we measure it with money, or we measure it with titles. We measure it with an individual's position. But really, success starts with your heart, thinking the right thoughts, going the right direction, fulfilling your purpose and your plan, and letting things work that will. Finding that spot, like in the animal kingdom, the niche, the place where they fit. We have a place. We have an opportunity to do things in this world. So let's do that. Let's be willing to listen, to think, to pull people around us who encourage us and who help us and who give us an opportunity to be better. And when you find out that there's an area where you don't particularly succeed or excel, like Einstein. He learned enough math to do what he needed to do for physics, but all of the other, he said, I'm going to let a mathematician worry about that. I have to do what I'm passionate about. I have to do my thing. So do your thing, and let it be your thing, and be you, because you're the only you that exists. You will maybe better. Your talent and skills will improve with time and work, with the opportunity to get better, but you will always be you. And let that being you be something that is a reality in your day-to-day, and learn ways that you can be better. As we look at artists and the way they've developed over time. I love art. And if you've heard me more than once, you've probably heard me say something about art or use art as an illustration. But I will tell you now, absolutely, positively, artists progressed in their work. Sometimes they got better, sometimes they had lulls where they seemed to not improve at all. And some seemed to change completely their approach and their way of doing things. But it comes to a place where we realize I am who I am, and I will do what I have been given the talent, the ability, and the passion to do. And with that, I will call success. I will be who I am and do what I do. Thank you for watching this on Then What Happened. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.